Morning, guys. Sorry, I'm here. Sorry, I was getting warnings on YouTube saying my bitrate was too low, so I was looking into changing that. I've never had that warning before, or at least I've never seen it before. So. I guess I might be changing it. We'll see. Anyway, how you guys doing today? Who's here? Monkey Socks, Artifacts, Soupy, Curly, Boss. Hi guys, welcome in. We have a handful of things I want to get done this week on my to-do list. They're all pretty much skill tree related things for the most part. So let's start off with just open the rogue tree real quick and knock out an easy one. Let's get warmed up here. The rogue needs one more skill point, I think, or one more skill. So I think for now, though, these guys are marked as coming soon. We're just going to uncheck that so you guys can get the extra 2 crit chance in there. Okay. And then I think we'll add this. I don't know, one of these skills we'll be adding in. I'm thinking this one. Part of me is actually wondering if we should replace this one right here. %20 chance to apply a special venom, and whenever you deal physical damage, Assassin's Venom scales with your focus attribute. So what I kind of wanted to do was change this skill. I was actually to make a new one, but I think this one would make more sense to be changed. Probably not doing this today, but we'll see. For the new skill, the idea I had was called Poisoner, and it was going to actually teach you 3 recipes, 3 alchemy recipes that were going to let you craft rogue poison. And then when you interact with that rogue poison, it'll just poison the 2 weapons you have in your equipped. And that'll just last until probably I'm not sure. What I'd like to do is set up a new system that maybe uses like a key or a tag system or a key system that will correlate like a key we can add to like items to a list of gameplay effects that those items then trigger, because then we could do things like enchanting and stuff, and that would be pretty cool. I don't know. We'll see. We'll think about it. We could also do something a lot like less permanent. They would just apply like a buff and like store it on your character, and then when you log out, it would just be gone. And that wouldn't be bad either. Anyway, whatever. For now though, this is fine. I just think that the Assassin's Venom, I like this one a lot, but I think it would be better if you could just like craft 3 different types of poisons to apply to your weapons, and then you could choose which ones to apply to which weapons when you want, so it's not, we're not just stuck with one Assassin's Venom. And that'd be kind of cool. So anyway, what's the next one? Let's play with the slimes. I think the slimes are the big one that I want to fix right now. Let's make these guys Emeraldite slimes. These guys will not spawn from slimes, we can't spawn slimes in this. So we just need to drag the slimes in. I do not know the difference between these two. I think I'm coming in with a cold. You know when you have like a cold coming on and you have like that like burning in your like sinuses? Like it, I don't know. I hate that so much and I have it right now. A long time to load. One of these. Oh, okay. Cool. It's gonna be one of those days, I think. I'm not gonna lie, after we launched the skill trees and I started like testing everything, I was just like, I need a break. So yeah. And yesterday, while trying to fix some bugs, for some reason the editor was doing this thing where like every like 10 seconds or so, 10 or 20 seconds as I'm like working, it would stop and hang for like 3 to 5 seconds, like no matter what I was doing. And then I got to the point where it just like the hang got longer and longer, and I was like, this seems like a memory leak. And then pretty soon it hung for so long that it just crashed. Like it couldn't, like I had to force quit it. I can't tell you how excited I am to start a fresh project. Oh wait, what? Did I have 2 versions open? Is that what was going on? Okay. That must have been what was wrong. Never mind. We'll just hang anyway. There we go. Dude, I just closed you. Once we get a few more people in here and Arrow shows up, if Arrow shows up, or Dee, or both, ideally, we might test their game on stream today. Okay, there's something wrong with one of these slimes and I don't know what it is. Or it could be something else. And yeah, I do see we have blueprint errors, or runtime errors, but I don't think those have anything to do with the slime. We're on a roll today, aren't we? Also, I'm hoping we can knock out these skill trees by like the middle of next month and have an update out, like for everyone. But we might drag the test on a little longer, depending on how long it takes us to get this stuff like cleaned up and the last few skill trees or skills in. But I also do plan on doing a game jam next month for GDTV, or with GDTV, I guess. I don't, not by myself, but like for the GDTV game jam. And I'm using that as like my like Swords and Magic cleanse, I guess, where I can get away from Swords and Magic for a little while. So if we don't have skill trees done by then, they'll just be on hold for a little longer. Unfortunately, I'm not really working full time anymore on this. I'm trying to, but it's hard to do because now Jan is working, and so I'm only getting like 3 to 4 days a week in, and usually not 8 hours anymore. So my time is limited, so I have to like use it wisely. And for some reason, it feels like now that I'm not working like 40 hours a week on it, 40 plus hours a week on it, it feels like it's almost like more overwhelming to like work all that time on it. I think it's just sort of like, I don't know what's causing it, but I feel like I'm burning out faster lately, so I have to take more breaks, which sucks, because you'd think that working less on it would mean burning out slower, but it hasn't been the case. Regardless, I'm actually really excited to work on a game jam next month. So, all right, should we try just one slime this time, or should we just like try pressing play without doing anything else? Also, why does it look like we have 2? Why did we open 2 again? No wonder everything's running so bad. Like everything is opening twice. Let's just press play. If we crash again when we press play, then we're in lots of trouble. Okay. Looks like we're good. I know these errors are probably the quest item. Nope. It seems like I might have a dead item in my inventory. Whoa. How did you do that? I find it hard to believe that we are able to find the item data from the ID, and then we immediately error out saying we can't find the item data. Sounds like an Unreal problem to me. What's your plans after skill trees? Gonna have a rest? Yeah, a rest, but once I'm ready, we'll probably go into dungeons. Dungeons are pretty much ready to go, other than like we just have to kind of tie in a few things and then just like design them. Like, I mean, like the system. This like dungeon, like setup, like startup system, or whatever, is like ready to go. I'll show you. So you can choose your role and then join the party and then ready up. And this all works in multiplayer. So, which I know is just UI, but like it's like adding you to the dungeon and it's like setting roles for you and like that was like the trickiest part, and it took me a couple days to get that working, which just like with multiplayer and everything in mind, and now it's all working nice and clean. So yeah, no errors that time. So that's to 0. All right, now let's save, and now let's figure out if we can put a slime in without everything crashing. Let's assume it's this one, because I think it is. We could check references. Reference viewer. Delver's Pass NPCs. It looks like it's this one. Is that one? We're gonna force delete this. Ad break. But yeah, this update with the skill trees has brought a lot of headache for me. So I don't know enough of the technicalities that go like deep into like the game engine or any engines. But I am starting to notice this weird phenomenon, I guess, where the more we put in this game, the more often where something that I set up in the editor works perfectly fine. And I'm like, great, this works in multiplayer, this works single player, this is all good to go. It's set, done. And then I package up the game and I send it out and people test it and they go, yeah, this thing doesn't work. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I know it works. I just tested it like 10 times. And then I'll go into the game and I'll test it and it doesn't work or it just behaves differently. And I'm starting to realize like, yeah, there's like a lot of moving parts and there could be things like just like not in my test level that are like interacting with it or something, or like, you know, interfering some way. Which happens a lot with like ranged weapons and stuff where like there's certain like invisible like traces and stuff like that for like quest things that are just like not showing up or whatever. That are like interacting with like your line traces and stuff. But in this case, it's like stupid things like the way AI like works. And I just don't know what to do about it 90% of the time. Like our Ancestral Guardian, there's a really good chance that that entire skill gets scrapped because I have no idea what to do about it. I don't know why this guy isn't moving. I have light assist on and it did not look like light assist did it. Looks like no assist to me. You know what? Oh. We're frozen. Hang on. Maybe things aren't getting cooked properly when you package or build the game. You know, that was my first thought too, but like, I don't know how to change that because it's like, it's mostly, this one has been mostly AI behaviors, right, with the Ancestral Guardian. So I have no idea how to make sure that that would get cooked. Like I'm reusing, like everything I'm using is a child of something else that works just fine. So I don't know how it could possibly be like wrong, you know. I did add a new behavior tree, so maybe the new behavior tree needs to be cooked better or cooked or something, and it's not. It does look, it like looks like I'm, so I get here and it does start like pulling to to the side. But missing. Let's go. Open this guy up. Let's put a breakpoint right here and see if we're hitting anything. I wish I could turn on our line trace, but I can't right now. Okay, we're hitting no. I know what's going on. So we're not seeing a character. So our hit trace is just the impact point. Which is really interesting. Why are we getting a local hit on the slime? But we're not shooting toward it. The biggest complaint we had was that you shoot from like really close, and it wasn't. That's what's happening. Okay, so what's happening is we're hitting a weird, like, there's like a weird collision here, I think. Yep. So we're hitting this collision. It's setting our trace there and then shooting our arrow toward that collision. And that's launching the arrow off of it. But if you hit down here, it hits it just fine. I'm so very happy that the slime is not attacking us, and I don't know why it isn't, but I'm not going to complain about it. It is weird that it's like launching the arrow so high up in the air though. Sorry, this is gonna be painfully slow for a second. And then it's gonna be way too fast. Ready, go. No, that checks out. Okay. To get AI working in a package Unreal Engine 4 game, you must build a nav mesh on the level containing your AI. Yeah, that's happening. Resolved by checking your project settings, ensuring the correct default map is set, and yeah, all that stuff is that's none of that's definitely the problem. That stuff is definitely not the problem because none of our AI would work then. This is AI specific to the Guardian. It's like different functions, like just the functions just work differently in editor than they do in engine, and I have no idea why. Like they're being spawned under the same circumstances, like everything's the same. I mean, like, I guess I can go test it in Tierwin to see if like the map like changes things, and it might, but I don't know why it would. So anyway, okay, so first of all, let's just go look at our slime, I guess, because the first thing we could probably do is just change our collisions a little bit. Oh, it also needs to know where. We're looking for We just need to be tracing for RPG character base. Or casting too. Like, what if we just did this? That probably would help a little bit. Now let's look at our slime. I'm sure this is happening with all of our slimes, so we're just going to go up to our parent. There we go. Our capsule component. Interesting. Maybe it's you know, it might be our skeleton. Or our, I mean, not our skeleton, our physics asset. Yep. Why does our physics asset look like this? Who knows? We should just have like one bone or one thing right in the middle of it. We shouldn't have any physics for this bone. Save. Oh wait, what's this? We don't need that one either. Hopefully it didn't just break everything. Cheap followers. I'll never understand why people think that I want cheap followers. I want expensive followers. I don't know if that worked. Oh, no, it worked. Sorry, banned him. That's why it wasn't working. Looks like we fixed it. Let's make sure we're not launching our arrows. So another thing that people were mentioning, I think there's a... Let's grab a cliff really quick, like a cliff face, cliff wall thing. It's like, not cliff, cave wall, I think. Yeah. Just grab like this one. Sorry. I think I am getting a cold. Or just my allergies are bothering me, one or the other. Okay, some people were saying that if you're below an enemy shooting up at them, then like sometimes you get weird issues. I'm wondering if that's because we're like hitting, like the line trace is hitting like an object behind us. That should work. We have one more issue with the new aim assist we need to fix too, though. So if we're aiming at this guy and we hit that, we're so close right now that like there's a line trace. There he is. No, that's not an issue. Okay. I think it's just when you put an enemy up on a pillar like this. I don't know if this slime's gonna work very well. If you do enough cheap followers, they can yield the same results as a few expensive followers. I think Bezos said that. That's true, actually. That's actually a good point. Oh, hold on. Our gaming just got weird. Oh, right. I need to fix this. If I move my camera in, it moves it toward the center of my character, which ends up clipping through his pants, apparently. And so when I'm aiming, this should be going like over his shoulder, but it changes. So when I zoom in, this happens, but it doesn't happen all the time. I think it just happens if I like, because it wasn't happening in game for me yesterday, but it has happened before. I don't know what is triggering it. Should hide a banana in his pocket as an Easter egg. That would be pretty fun. Yeah, it's not. Not really sure what's happening here. Either way, I can't see it, but actually I guess we can go to first person. There we go. If I'm shooting right here, yeah, so what happens is it's trying to hit the center of the slime, right? And because of that, it's doing a trajectory to the center of the slime, and so it's hitting the pillar because that's the trajectory it needs to get to the center of the slime. So I think I have a couple options. Like, I think one is I think I can do a trace. This is such a freaking mess, but it is working, so I just don't want to touch anything. Let's find references to this. Weapon component. Probably this one. This. Controls whether or not to validate a clear path by tracing along the calculated arc. What if we turn that on and we try again? Oh, I'm tired today. So now we've broken everything, huh? I have no idea why, like, that's happening. So that doesn't work. That doesn't do anything like you'd expect it to do. Oh, hey, buddy. What you got? Deodorant. Oh, Do I need some?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. I didn't realize that you could smell me all the way from the bedroom. I must be stinky today. You just came and brought me 3 deodorants. Hi. Can you say hi to everyone?
Hi.
How'd you sleep? Did you have a good sleep? That's even worse. You slept good? Where are you going? Everyone says hello, Quinn.
No.
You just said Quinn. I mean kin, kind of. Bye. Alright, so this doesn't work. Okay. I hate to say this, but I think what we have to do is make a new function in here. We'll find the predicted target location, and then we'll do a line trace to that. And if we can't hit them, then we'll do another line trace to that plus like 20 units, and we'll keep doing that until we either can hit them or what. I guess we'll just try like 5 times or something, or 3 times or something, and if we fail all of them, then we'll just come back out of here and act like we didn't hit a character. Let's do it. He's so adorable. He is pretty cute. Hey, what's up, Spaghetti Software? Sorry. Didn't see you come in. Okay, new function. We're gonna do confirm can hit target. We're gonna input we need a target location. And I think we need, should we do a start location? Yeah. And then let's do a step amount. Oops. That's gonna be a float. And one more for a step count. I don't know how those drop down. All right, so let's go back here and drop it in. Oh, we need one more thing. We need output. Boolean. Okay, so this will go here. I guess we'll do another branch here. We're gonna have to move this around, but we'll clean it up. I'm trying to decide if we should just go into here if we don't hit the target. Actually, I kind of think maybe what we do is another select here. If we hit our target, then we just grab this. If we don't hit our target, then we just want this. And then we don't need this. But we still need to move stuff over because this is a mess. Yeah, there's no way to get to this without this. Okay. It's a mess. This whole thing is a mess, but it's just gonna stay like this. Okay. We have a start trace. Step amount is going to be, let's do like 25 units for now, I think. And then the count, let's just try 3 times, and then we'll turn that up or down if we need to. Target location is this. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a line trace by channel, no, for object. Actually, I don't want this. I want... Yeah, I think this will work, actually. I think if we hit anything, then this should just work. Because I find it hard to believe that there would be another enemy, like, or character in between these two. Maybe, though. I guess we can try testing it, like... We'll see what happens. All right, and then this is the end. We need a loop though, or a loop with break. I guess we'll just do this. So we can just do without a break. And if we complete, we'll just send false. Okay. We're only looking for pawn. Let's do a duration debug. Step amount. We're gonna get target location and do break. We're going to add step amount. Promote this to a local variable. But we're actually going to just do index multiplied by step amount instead. Which means we don't need this. So I was trying to avoid. And then we add that to this, and we do make array. No, make vector. That is the end point. Yes, that's the, yeah. Okay. And then the step count is going to be here, and we'll make this 1. Okay, that makes sense. So we just loop through the step count, and then we just multiply the index, which will be 1, 2, 3 for now, by the amount we want to step up from. Okay, let's test that. Hey, what's up, Rock Kicker? How's it going? Slider off. Slider off? Hi. I'm a little egg that makes games. Cool. Okay, so what's happening is it's working, but we don't actually need to output the new thing. Duh. Um, um, I think we're doing this backward. This is where we want this, I think. I think we need to do a select from here. I think, actually, you know what we should do? We should just not do a select at all and just output. Let's just not even do this. Let's just output the target. And if this works, then we'll just output the target. If this doesn't work, then we'll just output the target location here. This is much cleaner. We don't have to worry about a select or branch or anything. Right? Yeah. You guys hear the dogs barking? Okay, let's try that. I think that's gonna work. I'm at. Unfortunately, the bugs I'm fixing right now are not even skill tree related. They're just the aim assist issues. All right, first person. Why is that not working? Well, we are hitting it. You can see the trace. Did I plug the wrong thing in? Oh, I'm dumb. We only want to do it if we hit that. Otherwise, we're just spitting out the first trace. Bugs. Still no? We could put in the actor we're trying to hit. And then confirm that we're actually hitting the actor. I don't think that's I don't know what the problem is though. That would solve some problems like where there might be multiple enemies lined up or something. But I'm not really that concerned. We'll find out if it's a problem later. I don't get it. We're seeing the trace. How come it's not outputting the trace and it's not using that new angle? Let's go to our weapon component. Turn off draw debug on that. Don't get it. Oh, you know what's probably happening? I think I'm an idiot. I think the first trace is actually just hitting. Or maybe I'm really dumb. So we're tracing for objects, which means we're not, it's like not even hitting the static mesh that's like blocking it. It's just ignoring that and looking for the pond. So I think we need to do a visibility trace instead. And I think we should just put an actor in. Yep, that doesn't need to be it. Done. Good. Okay. Oh, what's up, sugar? All right, let's try this again. Has arrow come in yet? Okay, now we're getting all of our traces, but it looks like we're not hitting anything for some reason. That is what I was looking for. That's what I was expecting to see, but yeah, it looks like we're failing to hit anything. Let's see where we're failing. Let's just break right there, I guess. I've already started making the third part of my sandbox, and I've started better than before, apparently taking a break from game development. Nice. All right. Do we hit an actor? No. Looking for visibility, so it should be hitting something. Should be hitting some actor. Oh, I didn't input the actor. Let's hit zoom again. There it is, slime. That's why. We didn't put the actor in. We should do this to see if we can even hit this target first. Like, we don't need to do this trace if we can't even hit this target, right? Okay. We are hitting now, I think. Okay. All right, so yeah, we're hitting it. So true. So the location. Okay, step out. So this is the new target location. Right, we have light aim assist, so it should be this new target location. So why is the projectile not actually going to that location then? What is this location? Oh wait, that's just 0, 0, 0? That's not right. There we go. We're just grabbing a screenshot of this real quick so I don't lose it. We are doing multiple traces for some reason. Oh, right. Yeah. Maybe we should actually do is down here. I don't know. We store the impact point, right, as the hit if there's no characters. So if we don't hit an enemy, then we just store the impact point, and that's where we're going to shoot our arrow. And if we get to the end of this and we haven't found any characters, then our impact point is still stored, and we're good to go. If this is the first trace and we hit a character, then we know we don't need to like do the cones. So we just immediately end and we shoot that character, and that's great. If we don't hit a character, we do multiple traces, and we get to the end of that. Well, almost definitely every time we're shooting at an enemy. Oh no, this is only the first trace. Never mind. If we hit something, we'll spit out the local character. So here's the problem. If we hit something and we get to this point and we're like, okay, this is the local hit location or whatever, we could do our double check here where we do our confirm. No, our confirm can hit target here. But if we fail, I guess we would just put this number in. But this is just the max range. And we really need the impact point. But the impact point now is the impact of the character. So if we can't hit the character, we're just going to shoot at the character anyway. Maybe that's fine. Another problem is that we're not storing this character as our like hit, so we wouldn't be able to input it into here. If we had it down here, it would be gone by then, by reference. We could store it. I don't want to store it though. But why can't it just be here? I guess just because we're doing this every single trace, but that's fine. Especially in this situation, because this is the first ones. The first time I'm hitting this, it should just be spitting out the local. Like it should be returning right here. Close enough. Wait, why is this telling me 0? None of these should be 0. Maybe this is just... It's not 0. Okay. And then we're drawing a yellow sphere at the hit location. Now we're returning here. What's the deal? Let's do a purple sphere. Just doing some writing, and then I'll be doing some testing on the skill trees later on. Nice. Cool. I am not seeing any purple dots here. I don't get it. This number should be the same, right? It's not like, yeah, it's not like it's changing. Target location multiplied by this number, or set amount multiplied by that plus this. Yeah, that should be the same no matter when I call it here and here. But I don't get it. The target location is the calculated projectile, or the calculated predicted target location with velocity. Which means it should be getting the center of the character. Like that's giving this the center of the character that's being hit, so this should be the center of the slime. So that's why I'm not seeing the purple, actually, now that I think about it. I think I know what's going on. We're tracing to the center of the character. I think, okay, so I think what's happening is this. I think we need to do the impact point. Because we actually want to trace to the portion where that we actually hit, not the center. Are you in the wrong place? Okay. Okay, so what was happening, I think, is so we were drawing a line from here to the center of the slime. And hitting here. Hitting, oh my god, I hate that I had, like, I just want this to, like, not be drawn on. Whoops, not that. Like this, and we were hitting. Please just let me, fine, we'll just freehand. Hitting there, or trying to hit there. Then we do another trace that goes up here a little bit, but it goes here and then here and then here, right? And the problem is that we're like, oh yeah, we hit here. That's great. We did our first trace up. We hit this. But even if we like, oh, that doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Either way, we gotta test it. Okay, so the purple lines are working correctly now. I don't know why that one didn't work. We do seem to be hitting more often now, though. I don't get it. The purple line is going there, but I guess we just need to go even higher. It doesn't make any sense. How come okay, I know what's going on. Our trace is coming from our camera, but our projectile's not. Jeez. Projectile start trace. Is that not what we're already doing here? We're doing a local start. Why are we doing this in the first place? Why aren't we tracing this from... Why are we tracing this from the camera in the first place? We should be tracing from the projectile. Right? Let me draw a line here. Draw a debug here. I think our local start changes. Yeah. I think that's the problem, is we don't want the local start. We want to do it from the projectile start trace. Oh, which we are. We're already doing that. So I don't know what's going on now. Oh yeah, right here. Still are. Well, let's see where that is anyway. Let's go draw it. Let's see. This is why game development takes so long. So tedious. For what seems like such a little thing, you know? Oh my god, that's huge. Why is that huge? Radius 100. So what are you writing, Sugar? Yeah, so we're tracing from the center of from the camera's place, which is like, why are we doing that? Why are we not tracing from the projectiles thing? That explains why this isn't working. Like, why is this not just this? Can I get muzzle? Why wouldn't that be here? And also this should go here instead of actual location. I really, really feel like, yeah. I don't know how I feel about this camera location. I feel like that was a mistake. I think there's a good reason for it. I just don't know what it is. I think it's because that's how we know where we're aiming, and that's important. Okay, that's better, but it's still not working. Wait, that was putting the wait. No. That wasn't right. Wait, why did that just happen? Oh, because I'm an idiot. I'm doing the star trace still. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay. That's better. So our star trace is in a better place now. But we're still hitting wrong. Maybe just do one trace. Like, I like that we're shooting toward the center of the character now. But I don't know. We should be hitting right here easy. Look, there's definitely two lines that are hitting. And that time, we can see the purple line is hitting, and it's still not hitting this line. We'll do that time. I don't get it. I don't think we need that. I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't know. I don't know why this isn't working. Like, why is it not putting... You know what? I wonder if it's because... Like, we're getting the purple dot. Like, why is the projectile not able to hit it? It's definitely hitting more often now, but it's still not... It's not what it should be. Maybe we should just keep doing traces. Maybe what's... I don't know. Maybe we keep doing traces until we don't hit it, and then we shoot the last one. But maybe we don't return here. We store this. And then when we return, we'll just do... hit location. And then we'll store hit location before we start the loop as our target location. Because then it should just find the last one that we hit. So it'll like trace all of them, and when it finds, if it finds one at all, then it'll just shoot that one. No, we're definitely still like, we can see the purple dot, but we're not like able to get a trace to it for some reason, which I don't understand. This trace should be going... Where are we tracing from? Socket to hit location. What is the socket? Get projectile location. This is the weapon component though, so we should be able to get the socket off of it. What are we doing again? We're using... Get muzzle socket. We're getting get socket location. This is on the weapon actor. This is where we should be getting the socket, not the socket location. Or we should be using this for the other socket as well. So that's the weapon component. Get projectile location. Ah, okay. Okay, I see what's happening. Swap this out for projectile location so we don't accidentally spawn projectiles to the side of an enemy right in our faces. Got it. So that means we should be using that in here as well. So weapon actor, owner should be the player, and then... Okay, cancel. Get projectile location. Let's make sure this is actually working. So annoying. Yeah, I think what's happening is we were doing a trace before that, but then our projectile was actually being fired from a different location. Nope, we didn't get anything. So what's the owner here? Player controller. Okay. Okay, actually, I don't think we need to do that. I think we can just skip this step and just do get player character. Because we're getting the local controller and the player manager here, so we shouldn't have any problem using the local player character. Don't think this is a server side thing. I think we're sending this location through this to the server. Okay. Yes, that's working. Okay, good. Oh, that hit. That did not. Son of a... What's the deal, man? Like, if we're getting the purple dot, we should be able to hit the enemy from that location. Because we should be tracing from that spot. Am I crazy? I'm not crazy, right? I don't get it. We have the same, like, socket location here. Is their projectile start trace? Yeah, this is all the same location. So, like, if we can trace there in a straight line, then why would the arc not be able to, like, shoot there? Let's go over here. Five. Let's make this red, I guess. 5, 5. Center is here. This should be the exact same location as that purple one. Like, it should be the exact same location. Right? Like, oh no, this is not right. That's not the location. This is the velocity. This should be. I just don't get this. I mean, the biggest problem here is, like, even if we solve this, we're probably still gonna have the same issue with, like, shooting around corners. Less so, though. Like, it won't be as prevalent as this one. And I still have the issue with, like, shooting under, like, overhangs or something, you know? Like if there's, like, a mesh, like, above, and you're shooting from above. I mean, I think we definitely, like, it's better, but it's still not perfect. I don't even see the purple anymore. There's the purple. It's there in the exact same place, so I don't understand what's going on. Like, why is this not able to hit it? You know what it is? I bet I know what it is. I bet I know what it is. I bet it is the, is it this one? Weapon refactor projectile. I bet it's this stupid sphere collision that's hitting. Are you automatically, like, setting up? What's going on here? Collision radius. I bet that's what it is. Any bets? Okay. Now I wonder. If any other projectiles need to be changed. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Red? Is the purple dot on the slime or on the pillar? The purple dot should be on the slime, not the pillar. I feel like it's worse now. I mean, it can't be worse. Can't. How is it worse now? Oh, you know why? Because we're not hitting anything. Those traces are missing. But how? How are those traces missing? I know how. I know how. Because our slime has this capsule component, and it has its own physics. Hang on. This, the arrow is shooting, is the trace is going like this through it and missing its collision. Hold on, there's a way to change this. This is to a box. Okay, no, I guess not. There's not a way to change it. I changed it to a box. Why is it not showing the box? Should we just make our physics collision bigger? Like that? I know, I just changed it to a box. I don't know why it's not. This is when we create it. I don't remember how to do this. There's a way to, like, generate the... I think we might have screwed up. Generate bodies. We're not like screwing up our skeleton, right? Like, okay, good. Let's say I hope we're not like removing bones from the skeleton by deleting these. Okay, I think that was the problem the whole time, is that the traces were just missing the mesh because of the physics asset. Yeah. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Okay, most of the time it's hitting. There are times when it just doesn't hit, like the trace just misses it. The only thing we can do there is like make more traces and make them more narrow, but I feel like this is probably good enough, right? Right? It's good enough. It does kind of mean that we're like doing traces on every single hit, and we're shooting at the top of the crab. So let's go back to doing a return here. Because I think this is going to feel better. And it should still work. It's gonna shoot at the first one it hits. I mean, like at a certain like range, it's sort of like it should kind of be expected. You're not gonna hit that, right? I think. Okay, it's not working as well now. Okay, so maybe we... Okay, I guess we'll leave it how it is, but I feel like for the crabs we shouldn't. I don't know. Like, I feel like... I don't know. How do we fix this? Because like I wanted to shoot to the center of the character. I wish we had like built this system to just fake this. you know. The arrow could just shoot to the center of the character, and then we just do a line trace, and if it's there, then we just deal damage when the arrow gets there. Rather than relying on the arrow to actually physically connect, you know. But that works so much better for this, but I just don't think it looks nearly as good for... But the crabs are getting like these huge long traces. But you know what though? That actually might be a different issue entirely. Because look at the first trace. The first trace is going above their heads already. Maybe this is an issue with the crab. Our capsule component is pretty small. Maybe it's yeah, like that shouldn't be a problem. Maybe it's our mesh or our blueprint. Damn it. Yep. Why does this keep happening? You know why? We're doing this so it's easier to hit them because of... Oh, that's why. Ah, this is annoying. It's for sword strikes. This is a classic damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, this is a we're in trouble here. We do this to make sure that players swinging swords can hit the crab when they're underneath them on the ground. But this is causing problems with our auto aim because it's sending the arrow to the edge of this thing. Yeah. Maybe what we do is if the first trace doesn't connect with anything, then we just bypass this and we don't set it. Because that way it'll fix issues like this. So what we do is if our first trace hits the target, fine. Or yeah. If this is the first trace and we hit it, then we return. And we would just return the target location. That should still send our arrows to the center of the mesh for 90% of our enemies, and then if we hit something with like that's missing or whatever, then we can go out from there. It's still shooting a little above them, but that's because it's finding their center. But that's much better, right? That looks a whole lot better than we were doing a minute ago. I'm not a very good shot. And that's just an issue with like... Nope, now we're missing again. No, we're not. Why were we missing? because the first trace is hitting. How do we win here? I think we're just gonna have to, like, the only thing I can think is just like a major refactor. Like, it would have to be a refactor of, like, we'd have to have like a visual mesh and then an actual like trace. But I'm not doing that right now. Okay, I think the way to handle this is just, I think we're just gonna have arrows shooting over the top of the crab's head and it's just gonna look stupid. But I don't know what else to do, so. It's just gonna look stupid. Because otherwise, yeah, like we can't change our crabs. If we change the crab too much, then I mean, this is only really gonna be an issue with tiny creatures like crabs. And also, yeah. Should we, what if instead of trying to auto target to the center of the mesh, we start at the bottom of the mesh? No, because then we're gonna be shooting at every single enemy's feet, huh? It's just gonna look really stupid on some enemies, on some crabs. And we're gonna be shooting at the tops of enemies' heads. Like, this is just gonna, I don't know what else to do here. Like, it fixes this problem, but that's the only problem. Maybe we could just like check the angle that you're shooting or something. Like, if you're shooting upward. Maybe if we're shooting down or we're shooting like horizontally, then we just bypass that check. Like, we could just bypass this entirely if we're shooting straight or down. And if we're shooting upwards past, like, I don't know, 20 degrees or something. How do we do that though? Can we just get our actor, like our weapon actor? No. Our camera manager? We have a forward vector. That won't matter though. We could get rotation maybe off of it. If I spelled rotation right, we might get camera rotation. Let's just split this, I guess. We're looking for pitch, right? So if our pitch is greater than, let's say, 25 degrees, put this to a local variable, aiming up. Let's put a breakpoint right here and print and like see what this pitch is. This is the only thing I can think, and I just think this is gonna look so stupid if we have to keep shooting at the very tip tops of like everyone's heads. Like, I just don't think that's the way to do it. I mean, I think it'll look better with like NPCs. -4. We're looking down, so we're aiming down. Okay, so that's fine. Aiming up. We're at 11. Okay, so it needs to be more than that then. Maybe 0 is straight ahead, so I feel like high, aiming any higher than this is what we're looking for. Whoops. So yeah, let's say 10. Let's say 8. Could we just put this? No, it's fine. Oh wait, this isn't gonna work. I don't know what these areas are. I would not be paying attention. They might have been old ones. My microphone like blocks that spot, so they could have been sitting there for a while. Oh, wrong one. Oh, hit backward. Okay, I think we found the best happy medium for this. I'm officially like frustrated and done with it, so I'm like ready to move on. I hope this works though. We should turn off all of our checks. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Looks good. Oh nope, we're hitting again. I didn't plug it in, that's why. We're always gonna have that problem with like the center mass of the crabs. Anyway, we're aiming a little high. There's not much we can do about that. Ugh. That's beautiful. Okay. And if I'm... Yeah. Can you come up on this hill, crab? Perfect. Love it. Perfect. Okay, we're good. Good enough. Okay, let's turn off our traces really quick, because that's going to be really annoying for our testers. For our dedicated testers. We can turn this off. No duration there. We need to turn off all those spheres we drew everywhere as well. Like here. And also here. Save everything. Well, how long where we at now? 2 hours? We fixed one bug. That's not bad, right? That was great. No, we fixed a couple. We actually fixed a couple. Okay, now that we're nice and warmed up, let's go look at our skill tree window and actually fix an actual like skill tree related issue. Sorry, leaving notes for testers. Okay. Let's close everything. I don't know, I like closing everything after we finish like one thing that we hopefully don't have to touch again. Let's close all these tabs. We're gonna open up our journal and figure out why when we open the journal, it hasn't like updated our skills until we click again. So let's go to skill, not entry, skill content, skill journal. Just anything with skill in it is fine. Let's open that. Skills container. That's what it is. Yes. So we are generating a bunch of skills in here. I thought we were. Crazy. Skills content. Okay, never mind, it's in here. Our scroll wheel. Clicked class button. Is there actually a class button? There's not, so how is this being called? Gotta love this mentality. Let's see. I don't understand. How are we even like, how do we know this is happening? Oh, okay, wait, I know what's happening here. Clicked class button for some reason we're binding an event to onClicked, and this is stupid. Bind to, how about listen for class, click. This is honestly stupid in the first place. Like, why are we doing this? Why don't we just bind it right in here? There's nothing we can assign, but we can bind. Bind event to onClicked. What are we doing out here? We're just calling change class. Cool. What I want to do is at the end of this, once we've created all of our things here, we need to call that and actually change our class. Warrior is by default, so we're going to do change class. I'm just going to say okay. That should fix the issue where when we first open our skill trees, we can't actually see any skill trees until we click a class. So let's, hello? Let's make sure this all works real quick. Hey, what's up, Arrow? Just got the baby to sleep. Cool. Let me finish up this bug, and then I'll hop over and test your game for you. Go here. We click skills and immediately click this. Nope, that didn't work. That's the problem. This is like I don't have a class selected, so it doesn't know what to do here. So when I click skill tree, like I know it looks like I do because I have this out here for some reason. So I need to look at this button and see what that's actually doing and see what it's looking for. Maybe there's like a, I don't know, maybe not. It seems to not do anything. I bet if I unhook this and try it again, nothing will work. Yeah, no rush. Or it'll be a few minutes probably, at least. I don't think I even redeemed the key yet, because I'm terrible. Yeah, nothing changes. If I click it now, then I open it up. It works just fine. So I need to somehow, I don't know, because I'm registering the clicks, so I don't know what it's doing. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know why this wouldn't be working. Maybe there's another... Nope. Why does, like, clicking it work, but, like... faking the click that runs the same function, it just doesn't work. I don't know what this was doing. I guess we can get rid of all this. Oh, I think I was showing all of our classes, which I probably actually should have kept hooked in. I think we're showing all classes. Hold on. Are new players seeing all of the classes? Because I feel like this needs to be plugged in. Otherwise, it should be showing all of our classes, even though we really don't want it to until you discover them, right? I'm pretty sure it's not working, or that's working correctly. Maybe this class entry is doing something. Curve. Uh-oh. These are the exact same thing. Why are we doing this? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but like whatever. I don't know. Oh, this is what's going on. Never mind. It's working because we're not adding it to the list if it doesn't exist. So all this can go away. And so can this. Yeah, we're just calling on clicked. So I don't understand why this wouldn't be just working then. Maybe this is not working because it isn't open yet. So let's look at what is happening when we click on our skill container. No, what is it? Skills content. Skills tree container. That one works just fine. It's the class, maybe? Class entry. That's not it. What is it? Let's go to the journal. Journal container, I think. Maybe it's journal page container. Yeah. I cannot keep track of all these damn widgets. Nope, that's not it either. I have no idea. Nope. Maybe it is this one and I'm crazy. Yes, it's this one. Okay, skills left and then skills container. Widget skill main page is this one. Of Of course, that's what it's called. Why wouldn't it be not be called that? Dog has been taken. That was fast. That's a quick dog. My dogs take a lot longer than that. We're almost done here. Okay, we're calling it skill tree swap. Where? Probably here. Skill tree swap. Okay. So we're setting the active index to 0. That's all we're doing. So clicking the skill is what is actually happening then. So all we're doing is switching between these two pages. That means clicking the actual skill here, or the class, is actually what is setting our page. Swap skill content to details page 2. I don't think this is even working anymore. Open class window. Don't mind that. So init page skill tree, it looks like. I think I just need to call this open class window. Can I call this? Nope. This is adding a child. So that explains why this isn't happening at the start, because we have to wait till we click this button to actually add the child to it. That's pretty dumb. So I just need like an init. But how is this going to work when you first start up the game? Should we just have like a default class that just says like select a class to see its details or something, and then you just have to click it for the first time? That's gonna start up every single time anyway, though. Like, you don't want that. I think we should just have the warrior skill unlocked. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Well, we'll think about this. Okay, let me just leave a note for myself. I think I can actually, you know what? This is stupid. Why don't I just have a default? Never mind. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's save this. Let's close this. I think the game will run okay without it. All right, let me grab the key real quick and put that in, and Arrow will swap over and play your game for a minute. Let me just switch over here so I don't show anything off I don't mean to. Oh, I have a message from Jana. I better check that. It was not important. Just don't tell her I said that. Found it. Opening Steam. Activating. Better not be a scam game. That was such a fast install. Okay. Let's, oh, before we do this, let's go. I know there's probably going to be issues playing on 3440, but it would be nice to catch those for you, but I might test those off stream, just so everyone else can see this better. We'll go back over here, I guess. Let's turn off our music. Welcome to the Tinker's Ascent. You're missing an apostrophe in your game name. Demo. Thank you for playing the Tinker's Ascent. Tinker's Ascent. I don't know where my brain is going. This demo offers a glimpse of the adventure ahead, highlighting the core experience while giving you a taste of the world we're building. Some features and content are still in development, and the full release will bring even more to discover. We hope you enjoy your time exploring, and we're excited to share the journey with you. If you encounter any bugs or issues, have suggestions or feedback, or would like to join our Discord to follow the development further, join using the Discord button. This might be a little overkill, but yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. I don't want to join your Discord because I'm already in it. Cool. Might be nice to have the like legitimate Discord like button in here, but I don't know if that's super important, but it might be nice because like without the icon and everything, without knowing that this is Discord, it might be confusing to some players. Maybe, I don't know, maybe not, because it could mean something else like within the context of your game as like some sort of Discord. I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. I know that. Whatever, moving on. Okay. Settings, audio. I need like something so I know what I'm adjusting. It'd be nice to like hear music or something when I'm moving these, or is there no sound at all yet? Or is this an issue on my end? There should be some music. Okay, so it's probably an issue on my end. It is. Let's try again. Okay, I still don't hear any music. There is music. Can you guys hear it? It's very, very quiet, even though I have it turned all the way up. It's not going through my music channel. Why? What the heck? Now it's working? I just changed like 4 times. It's it does seem to be very quiet. Like I'm turned up pretty loud and it's still very quiet. I'm a little worried about sound effects. They should have sound effects. Okay. Finally, you're up. Come on, let's head back to town before it gets too dark. Follow me. Don't worry, I'll wait for you. We'll go back together. Why was I sleeping here? Feels good to stretch your legs, doesn't it? Let's jump space up this ledge together. Careful this next one, it's a bit trickier. Get a running start and jump across. Don't worry if you fall, the sky engines will pop you back somewhere safe. The sky engines? They're the best. Okay. Did it tell me how to run? Oh, not like that. You were right. The sky engines work. Nice, but this gap's even bigger, so one jump won't be enough. Is this a new game of yours? Yes, this is Arrow and Dee Dee's game. I am testing it, yes. Nice, but the gap's even bigger, so one jump won't be enough. Jump, then press jump again in the air to double jump. I do think this might be a little too hand-holdy, but I don't know. I think it really depends on who's playing the game, I guess. I do think that like some people are just like, dude, let me just play the game, and then some people are like, oh, I'm so glad I read this because I didn't know double jumping was a thing. But I feel like one of those numbers is much bigger than the other one. You know what I mean? Some gaps are even wider after a double jump dive. This one is fine. This one you'd absolutely need that because like I would have figured that out probably, but when you land, move backwards so you don't slide too far. Okay, that's good to know. Wait, did I bonk because I ran into her? I don't really see a difference between me pressing backward and not pressing backward. Okay, I did that time. I feel like this was probably such a mess coding her to do this. Looks great though. Honestly, I know I was like kind of being whiny about like there being a tutorial, but like feels fine. Like there's nothing wrong with the tutorial. It's a great tutorial. I lost her for a second there, but I figured it out. Oh! I don't know how I managed that, but I did somehow. Uh-oh, a stink shroom. Those things spew smelly spores, so watch out. Spew smelly spores? That's not a nice thing to make people read. If you're feeling brave, you can jump on top and squish it like this. Like this. Hold dive to slide down the hill. I'll meet you at the big tree over there. I keep pressing spacebar, click, everything but F to continue dialogue, and that might just be a Swords of Magic like quirk that's like stuck with me. But oh god, why did I just like slide off to the side? We're doing it again. I need to know if that was just me being dumb or that felt as bad as I feel like it did. Yeah, I immediately like start sliding off the side right there. What happened? Yeah, it really pulls you off to the side. I feel like you're gonna have a lot of people that fall off right there. I'm just holding shift and not W. Oh, never mind. I guess it didn't put me back to the top. Oh, fuck, that dive is dangerous. Yeah, it really pulls you off to the side there. I don't know why. That's weird. Must just be like enough of a slope that it just starts changing. Like I can see the slope there. Anyway, okay, whatever. The big tree. A lot of trees. I don't see a big tree. I do see some coins that I missed though. Is it nighttime? Yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, this big tree. Uh-oh. Is this a floating platform? What? The way that was like angled, like I couldn't tell how far away it was from me. It was strange. If anyone's coming to look for us anytime soon, we'll have to figure out a way across. Maybe this big tree. I'm also not reading chat, sorry. Maybe this big tree could bridge the gap, but how are we going to cut it down? Oh, remember that old workshop up on the islands? I bet there are still tools up there. Want to check it out? I'll stay here in case someone comes by. Okay. I assume I have to go back over here where this giant coin is. Or whatever this platform is. Is this a giant coin? It's not. I don't know what it is. That was kind of a weird, I don't know how to feel about that. Like, where did this thing come from? Why did it move? I don't know. Not sure. It's a jar lid. Okay. Yeah, you bonked. That's not supposed to happen though. It's a small difference. Wasn't too bad she used the same controller as the player. Interesting. Just a few triggers for jumping and diving. Pro save. There's an F to advance thing in the dialogue box as well. I do see that. I think it's just instinct. I keep pressing other buttons. This is cool. I like that it doesn't fully disappear, so you can still tell there's something there. Anyway, sorry, I'm very distracted. Just from like running around there's been a few times where I like turn the camera. I don't know, it's weird. So like I'm turning, and I feel like the character turns a little too slow when I'm like turning like this. Like I can't immediately turn around, but I can do this. So it feels like I can turn on a dime. Maybe not when, I guess maybe just not when I'm moving. I don't know, there's just a few times where it feels kind of off to me, but it could just be me being picky. Also, I can press shift again to hop up when I hit the ground, but I feel like I should be able to press spacebar to do that. Right? Like I feel like I'm jumping out of the shift, or out of the slide, and I should be able to jump to do that. I'm probably being too nitpicky, so I'm not trying to be. Am I supposed to jump on these clouds? No. Yeah. Oh, I keep pressing shift to do that, and then it causes a new jump, a new shift. I really think that should be a space bar. Like I should only press shift to start the slide. I should never have to press it again to stop the slide, right? Like I feel like I think spacebar should stop your slide. Maybe there's a reason you can't do that. I'm obviously unaware of it, but that's my feedback. Got a gem. Am I going the right way though? Probably not. Whoa. Whoa. Enemies are a nice new touch. I like that. Oh, yeah, I don't like it. I'm like trying to hit shift, but there's like a point in your slide where you can't hit shift anymore to hop out of it. And I try to do that, and it's like it queues up, or I'm like, maybe I'm just spamming it because it's like not working. And then I shift again. If I do it like right when I hit the ground, it's fine. But I think if I like hit it too late, maybe am I crazy? Maybe this is maybe not. I don't know. What's this? A rusty axe head. Okay. Oh, camera. I'm assuming I was supposed to jump off that because there were coins there, and I really hope I was, because I didn't see anywhere else to go. Sliding is weird. I'm planning to rework sliding. Atmosphere is really nice. Jar lid, it's a jar lid. I want to make all the mechanical stuff based on random modern items. For what purpose? View input sensitivity? I don't think it's the view input that I'm bothered by. I think it's just the rotation speed, the turn rate. I didn't want people to accidentally hit space and fall off. Originally it was space, but I changed it. The enemies aren't too punishing. We want it to be pretty casual. Yeah, no, I like the enemies. Yes, I found this axe head. That could work, but it still needs a handle. Here, take one of these big sticks. It should be sturdy enough to gather wood. The piles nearby and plant fiber. Wait, what? When you say in this text, it says, but it still needs a handle. Here, take one of these big sticks. It should be sturdy enough to gather wood from piles nearby. Am I using a stick to gather wood to make a handle for the axe? Because saying it right after saying take one of these big sticks implies that the it is talking about the big stick that you're taking. So I would change your dialogue here if you're not talking about the stick anymore. Probably not a huge deal, but like immediately I'm confused on whether or not I'm going to be making an axe handle, or if I'm using I'm using the stick as the axe handle, and I now have an axe. Once combined, it should be sturdy enough. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, the stick is what you use to gather stuff here. Okay. Little confusing, but I guess that makes sense. Maybe it should be sturdy enough, or isn't the best phrasing. Maybe we just say like you can use it, you know. But also like I don't know. I think also maybe some confusion is just that like I've never in my life used a stick to gather sticks. Oh, to gather plant fiber? Okay, maybe. Anyway, sorry. I'm being very critical. And I'm sorry. I hate it when people do that about Swords and Magic, so I don't know why I'm doing it to you guys. I'm sorry. We just had my brother-in-law play Swords and Magic for the first time in like 3 years. He played for like a couple hours, like when it first launched, I think. And he didn't really care for it, but he plays games just like that, so I don't know why he didn't like it. Anyway, he started playing again recently. He has like 20 hours in now. And he's just sent me like dozens of messages of like little tiny things like it'd be better if you could do this thing, or why not do this thing instead. And I'm just like, dude, you don't understand how big this game is. And if I spend all these little tiny, this like it'd be like 10 hours changing all the little tweaks that he wanted me to change, you know. And it's just like it's so much work to like fix all those little tiny things. Like sometimes you just have to look at the big picture. And so yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say that you need to change all these things. I'm just throwing them out there. You can take what you want. Most of the stuff probably doesn't need to change at all. Okay, and remember, you can swap items with scroll up and scroll down, or move them into your inventory. Move them in your inventory. Got it. While you're busy gathering, I'll sketch out a workbench plan so we can attach the handle. Okay. I just kept reading. I would have got my answer. All right, now I'm looking. I kind of read plant fiber. There's an arrow. You guys need a better sound effect for that. You need that ch for sure. Feels good though. Like it feels good to gather with a tool. I like that a lot. This is a huge improvement from, but yeah, okay. This is where my immersion is broken. Is the stick growing when I swing it? It is. Do you guys do that because it doesn't reach, like you want more range out of it? Honestly, it's fine. I'm not complaining about it. I like that I can hit multiple things. I like that I have cleave on my stick. I don't know how I feel about swinging a stick to break logs. I feel like one of these things is gonna break before the other one, and it's probably not the log. But I don't know. I feel like you could have just had loose logs laying around or something, and you could have just pressed F to pick them up. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not worth like having two separate mechanics for that and teaching them there. Looks like you got everything we need. Give me 1 sec to finish this blueprint. I really do like that you can harvest. Like I feel like remember last time you just walked over things to harvest them. They just like spawned on top of trees, and now you actually have to like click things to harvest. And I do like that. There we go. Just add the materials to the blueprint beside me, and we'll have a workbench. When it's built, I'll show you how to use it. Oh, I had an I got it. Okay, so yeah, so there's a, all right, so that's kind of annoying that I had, sometimes I have a button off to the side to press even if I don't have options, and sometimes I just press F to advance. But it said, I'm pretty sure it said press F to advance, and I couldn't. So I think either F should just select the first option maybe, or we just don't do F and just let players click, and like always have like a next button or something. I don't know. Cool. We just need to craft an axe, the stick, the axe head, and a rope from plant fiber should do the trick. F to advance. Yeah, so F to advance, but I haven't understood here. I bet you if I press F, it doesn't actually advance. Put this, at the workbench, place 3 plant fibers to craft a rope. Then put the stick on the bottom, rope in the middle, and axe head on top. That'll give you a simple axe. Once it's ready, chop down the big tree so we can cross. Do we have like Minecraft style crafting now suddenly? Yep, so F doesn't advance here anymore. These are just like minor things that like, I know they're probably tedious to fix and it's probably not worth the effort, but like they are things that just add a layer of like, it's like walking through, I don't know, a really clean tutorial is like walking through like a field, right? Or like walking down a path. And then the more little tiny hiccups like this you have, like the slower that walk becomes, and the more it feels like you're walking through mud now. And then like, or like maybe like water, you know, and it's like a little bit of resistance. Like I'm just like building up resistance slowly. And if there's too many of these little things, then that's when like it becomes like, yeah, this doesn't feel good to play anymore. I don't think you're even close to that. I'm just saying like, that's why I'm picking out little things. Okay. I have to craft plant fiber first, and it just said to craft plant fiber. It didn't say how to do that. Okay. So this is a situation where I was taught how to jump, right? How to press the space bar, which I 1000% knew how to do, and 99% of your players will. But I wasn't taught that I need to right click to put these in here. And so now there's an assumption here that you've never jumped before, but I also have an assumption that I've played Minecraft, right? So I think this is probably a much bigger issue to tackle, like teaching players how to like place items in here. And also like, I think this needs more information on the UI. Like I know this is my inventory because it has a big label on it, which is good, but I have no idea what this is, right? I can assume because she said to place things on top of each other, right? Or like top, middle, and bottom, and that's fine. But I think this should say like crafting bench or something, or yeah, whatever, crafting, whatever. And then maybe for your tutorial, you should just show the items here and have them like fade in and out, right? So it's like it's semi-transparent, so you know where to place them. And then maybe even at the bottom, it just says like right click to place one, left click to place all, or something, right? I can right click to pick up half, which is nice. And don't get me wrong, I think this is great. I don't think there's anything wrong with this crafting system. I think it feels good, and I like that I have it. And this also, did this just tell me what I was supposed to do? And I didn't. Yeah, it says right there, place one in each slot. Okay, yeah. This is also behind the UI, so I can't read it perfectly as well as it should be able. I should be able to read it. But yeah, okay. Craft a rope. Hint. Place one plant fiber in each slot. Let me catch up on chat. Sorry. The stick is what you use to gather stuff. Once combined, it's DD's dialogue, so I don't care. I can look into rewording it to make it more clear. It wasn't that big of a deal, DD. All feedback is good feedback, to be honest, even when it's semi-nonsense. We got a sound guy working on custom sounds. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. I think, honestly, dude, like you guys could just spend like $50 on like I can direct you to where I get my sound packs from. Like I wouldn't be too worried about getting custom sound effects. I think you're already using art that's like, you've already bought an art asset pack. I wouldn't like, people are going to recognize your art a million times faster than they'll ever recognize a sound effect, unless it's like a sound effect used in a AAA game. Like there's like a water sound that we used in Swords of Magic at one point that I'm pretty sure is the same water sound effect they use in Minecraft. And so everyone was like, oh, you stole that from Minecraft. And I was like, no, I literally paid for licenses for all these sounds. So it's not stolen. It might just be similar, or it might be the same one that they also use. But like that, like that's like the only time that's ever happened for me. And I only use sound effects I paid for. Also, I don't know how Unity works. I don't know if it's as good as Unreal Engine with like editing sound effects, but you can literally like stack sound effects on top of each other and do delays and modulation and pitches and all kinds of stuff to like craft your own like perfect sound effects by like combining a bunch of sound effects you already have, and it's awesome. So that could be also really useful if you really want your sound effects to like stand out sounding different, which is how I do like a lot of the crafting sound effects in Swords of Magic, is we just add on like it's like a burst sound effect, and then like a chime sound effect, and then like a level up sound effect, and like two other ones, and we like combine them all together and then like play with the timing until it makes the perfect like, you know, success sound effect. So like no one would ever recognize that as like an individual sound effect because no one's using all four of those sound effects together like we are, you know. Anyway, but yeah, I'm not saying don't use a sound effect guy. Like, sure, great, go for it. I just think that you could just snatch up some sound effects from like asoundeffect.com or something, get like the builder kit or something, which would be perfect for your game. Like it would fit beautifully, and you'd have all the sound effects you would need instantly. Yeah, I did that for cartoon effect. It's hard to see the item when you swing it if you didn't scale them. Cool. Yeah, no, it looks fine. I just noticed it after a second and I was like, oh, that's weird. It looks like it's growing. And then I was like, oh, it is growing. But I think it's fine. I bet it looks really good with the axe too, with other things. All the materials were floating around before. I'll be back in a few minutes. See you later, Dee. You're probably back already. I think it does if there's only one option. Weird. We want to add a recipe book for this part. Also ads. Oh, got it. Sorry about the ads. Hopefully you didn't miss anything crazy. What was I saying? For the dialogue, you guys might just benefit from like taking out the F to continue entirely and just having a button there for everything. So like just have it say continue or next or more or whatever you want to say. I don't know. That might be better. It might just be simpler too, rather than having to handle like if there's one option versus there's no options. I don't know. Okay. Our sound guy volunteered for free. Cool. Yeah. Oh yeah. I wasn't saying like don't spend money on it. I was just saying like having a sound guy is cool. The problem is like sometimes, and this I run into this all the time. Like I have dozens of people probably a year like asked to volunteer for Swords of Magic. Depends on like if I'm talking in stream and stuff, like sometimes more people will pop in and ask. And I get messages all the time where it's like, can I help you with Swords of Magic somehow? Like you don't have to pay me, I'll just help you, whatever. The problem is when you decide, yes, I'm going to have like a sound guy come in and do all the sounds, whatever, now you're beholden to like their time, right? So like if it takes them, 6 weeks to get all your sounds in, you could have got them in an afternoon if you just bought a sound effect pack, right? So like sometimes volunteer work and also those sounds might be bad. A lot of times if people are offering to do a job for free, it's probably not going to be as good as someone who you would pay to do it sometimes. Probably not for your art though. Like if you're gonna hire, if you're gonna like get some like custom models made or like some splash art or something made by someone who like offered, that's probably gonna be better than if you paid someone. I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm just throwing that out there. It just feels like that would be the case. I was a bit worried about that, but I gave him a list of like 50 sounds and he got like 35 of them done in 2 days. Oh dang, that's fast. Yeah, okay, cool. Also, one thing that really scares me, Arrow, is sometimes when people work that fast is like, how are they making the sounds? And are you sure they're not just grabbing them from like, or ripping them from other games or like packs or something and then like giving them to you? I mean, if they're volunteer, it's probably not a big deal. Like they're probably not doing that, why would they volunteer and then just steal art from or steal sound effects from somewhere else? But it does worry me because you would be the one on the hook for it, right? Unless they signed a contract. And I feel like if for volunteer, you probably didn't have them sign a contract, which means if they stole those sounds and then suddenly you get a cease and desist letter, you're now on the hook for it, right? So worries me a little bit, but here was not overthrown. Oh, then you're probably good then. I would still have a contract just in case. Just in case. Okay, anyway. Oh, this is interesting. Cool. Quests. First steps. Chop chop. I have 2 quests. Okay, like it. I kind of wish these buttons were slightly different than these ones. Also, what is the X? Pinned. No, not pinned. This says pin quest. Okay, I like that. Cool. Love the quest system. I think this is great. I don't know how I feel about the hint in the quest here. It might be nice to have like a section at the bottom with a hint on it. But yeah, maybe when you have a recipe, when you have like a recipe book or whatever, then this doesn't have to be here. But yeah, it'd be kind of nice to have like a little button at the bottom or something with a recipe book, or off to the side or something, I don't know, somewhere. And you click that and it just pops up and shows like all your recipes that you've learned. That'd be kind of cool. Anyway, how do I get inventory? Kind of interesting. The buttons are there, but I don't know. I guess I have similar. Okay. Anyway, sorry. I'm getting very, did that wrong. There we go. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. Sound effects for that would be nice too. Just a little extra. And then how do I leave my inventory? I guess just escape. And I don't know how to get back into my inventory. B, tab. Okay. Oh, it says right there in the bottom left. Tab. I'm dumb. Okay. I can't just cut down any tree. That might take too many hits. I mean, like, it's, I don't know. I guess it's fine. It's just, we're just kind of sitting there spamming, but that's fine. Great job chopping that tree. Come on, let's head back to town. I'll meet you there. Cool. Oh, she just disappears. Oh, that's a mushroom. No. This looks like a rock. I would probably change the color of it if it's going to be something special like that. Do I need coins for something? Uh-oh. Where am I? There we go. I love that she's like, I'll work on setting up this workbench. It's a log. You go do the work. I'll sit here and craft this workbench. And then she places something on a log. I'm getting up there, by the way. I don't care what you say to me. Oh, damn it. There's nothing up here. There's literally no reason to get up here. I can't get up there. Mushrooms are enemies though. I'm back. I think the X means it's complete. We're still fixing that. Okay. You're so pessimistic. I am a little pessimistic, and I'm sorry for that. I'm not. I think I just assume the worst in people because it's safe that way, you know? I don't know. The thing is, I think things kind of change a little bit when your livelihood is on the line. Like, it used to not be such a big deal for me. What? I definitely jumped right on your head. I didn't used to care about that kind of stuff at all. Like, it was fine. Like, when I first started making games, I literally ripped a bunch of assets from like people online. They were like selling them, and I was just like downloading their spreadsheets and like using them in my MMO I was making. Whoa. Okay, that freaked me out because I saw like the wind lines. Okay. Enemies feel a little janky. I'm not sure how I feel about them yet. Yep, okay. Do they fall immediately? Yeah, okay. Cool, that's neat. I like that. But yeah, I'm way more pessimistic now, and it's not even that I think it's just I'm just more careful now. Because if something like, let's just say hypothetically I did get you know, busted for someone screwed me over or whatever and gave me a bunch of assets that they didn't actually make, whatever, they ripped them from somewhere else and I didn't know it and used them in my game, and then I get sued. That could be all the money I make for a year or more, right? I only make like 30 grand a year right now. Like we're make like nothing. So like, yeah, if I had to pay 50 grand in like in a lawsuit or something, I would be in a lot of trouble, and I would be going and working at like, you know, McDonald's or something. So yeah, it's to me, it's like, that's a huge deal. I definitely don't want to be in that position. I felt like this was gonna move up when I stood on it. It doesn't. There's also a floating mushroom here. I don't know what those are. Don't ask me how. Okay, I do not like the shift to get back up. You mentioned why that was, but I don't know. Yeah, we get once we get a recipe list, we'll get rid of the hint. Fair enough, yeah. I think we'll get a different model for the bounce pads. Yeah, it'd be cool to have, like, if this is like tinkery kind of stuff, it'd be kind of cool to have like a little like ramshackle looking like bounce pad with like a spring or something on it. It'd be kind of cool. I have no idea where I'm going now. I'm supposed to be heading to town. Is this town? I'm definitely just exploring. It would be really nice if when I stepped on that, a camera like went like moved over like cutscene style, so I could see what it was doing. Is it necessary? Probably not. But it did take me a second to figure out what it was, but like, probably fine. What's up, Cornelius? You arrived at quite the curious moment. The sky engine has lost its essence, and as a result, the path ahead has collapsed. Most inconvenient, though terribly interesting, wouldn't you agree? This is far more urgent than I imagined. Rose failed to mention that as she went by moments ago. We must gather the sky essence immediately for this. Or this path and many others may remain broken. I entrust this task to you. I must observe this curious engine further. Why me? How am I the best person for this job? Seek out all 5 motes of sky essence nearby and return them to the engine. The light upon its side will show your progress. Okay. Make haste. This simply cannot wait. What is it? This looks like a toaster. This is a toaster. So, is the reason for making all of the things random household objects because you don't have other assets? Or is there actually like another reason for this? We intentionally did that? Oh, okay. We want to pick a theme for them, so it's intentional. Interesting. Okay, so this is a sky mote. I feel like I did much harder jumps through the tutorial than that was. Oh, this is what's lighting up. This should glow a little more, maybe. It doesn't look like a light to me. I mean, I guess I realized what it was, so maybe that's fine, right? There's another one here, 2 over here. Ow! I feel like I didn't actually take damage from that, and I definitely should have. Wait, what? How many hits does it take? Uh-oh. No one saw that. Wait, where am I? Is this where oh yeah, that's where I started. Never mind. So I can break dead trees. Has that been happening? Have they been just flying off to the toaster? Oh my god. I'm slowly getting used to the shift thing, but I still think it should be... I still think it should be spacebar. Okay, I need... I don't know how many more. 1.5 more. There's one up there. Maybe just one more. We'll find out. Is that it? Nope. I do feel like my up and down feels really sensitive compared to left and right. Like I feel like my mouse keeps like bumping me up and I don't mean to be up there, you know? Not super often, but I do have to be very careful with it, I feel like. I don't know why. Is there one up there and I just missed that somehow? I guess so. Dude. I just did this. Didn't I just do this? Oh, I didn't go this way. Did I go this way? Why can't I not keep track of where I went? Where I've been? Carrots. Look cute. Okay, I made it. The sky engine is better. If the sky engine wasn't working, how come I was able to fall off? And it just brought me back. Also, how does that work? I don't understand the sky engine. You gathered all the sky essence. Excellent work. The sky engine safely restored the island to the rightful places. Positive that our paths shall cross again soon. Okay, cool. So that was a side quest, I think. Or no, maybe it wasn't, because it probably opened up this path so I can get to town. I assume this is... Oh, there's town over there. You guys totally redid the whole world, didn't you? Looks like just everything is brand new. There are different sky engines for different purposes. Got it. Yeah, I think this enemy is just a... I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not janky. Maybe it's fine. Is there a part in the game where you have to use the enemies to get somewhere? Because that'd be kind of cool. And also very frustrating. No, we're not going this way. We're going this way. This is a long way to town. So how complete is this demo going to be? How much more work do you guys envision after the demo? Where am I? This way, got it. Good question. Oh my god. Okay. I like the, I don't know. I don't think I like the pressing backward to stop your slide. I kind of just wish that you just jumped and it just popped you up in right where you're at, you know? Double bonk. Like, I think if you just jumped and it just popped you up right there. So you can like stop your slide as soon as you want it to. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe you guys want it to be a little more challenging. I like that. That was pretty fun. That was cool. I hope there's more like sliding things like that. I think that's cool. I think thinking of just working on it till the end of the year and calling it good. The dive is supposed to be a little all or nothing. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so it's, yeah, I was gonna say, it seems like I can just keep playing. There's definitely like stuff to do here. Is there? A little bit of side content still. We want a buildy quest in town during the demo too, but not too much more besides some little side stuff. Okay, yeah, so I would say you might want to tell, instead of telling people that's the end of the content, you might want to say this is the end of the storyline. Feel free to explore and do side quests. Yeah, it seems like there's a whole lot more to do. This town is way better though. Well, I don't know, maybe, yeah, I guess so far this is looking a whole lot better than the last town. It is a lot bigger and more spread out. Did you guys get rid of the grind rails? Did you eat those? Because I haven't seen any of them. Grind rails are coming later. Okay, cool. Grind rails are too buggy. Cool, that happens. Feels like if the islands are falling out of the sky, your tavern might be endangered. The mighty lord of the dragons. It was a day like no other, the sun high in the sky, but not a sound from the winds. I had traveled for 12 days and 12 nights, and I finally reached the island of Revelation. And there he stood, the mightiest dragon I've ever seen. I gotta go. I just wanted to see if he got upset about it. He didn't. So who am I? Like, I don't know. All I know is that I was asleep under some rocks for seemingly no reason. Mage training. There's magic. I guess I should know there's magic. There's sky engines. You're nobody. That guy just makes up stories. Okay, cool. Is this the meta to get around? Yeah, that's definitely the meta. That's a little game you built here. Oh no, yeah, I didn't build this. My game's a little different than this. The Watchers. Remember that lawsuit thing I was talking to you about? Cool. It's good, guys. I think this is better than the tutorial in the first time I played. Why am I at 4 minutes and 50 seconds? Is Watchers trademarked? Yeah, by me. I guess you haven't done the Delver's Pass content yet. We have an enemy in the, or not an enemy, like a character in the game called the Watchers. Cool. I had to take a break from my coding. I am hard stuck at the moment. Been trying for like 3 or 4 days to solve a problem without luck. Oof, I hate that. That's the worst. Oh, it's the time of day. I thought when it started, I'm pretty sure it started at 0, right? So I thought it was like a speedrunner thing. I thought you guys were like trying to cater to speedrunners. It's a giant statue up there. It's kind of cool. All right, we're calling this. I'm hungry. It's lunchtime. So thanks for letting me play it, guys. It's cool. I'm gonna play with this some more, but I'm putting this on the back burner until I do the key art stuff for you guys. You don't have to use it if you don't like it. I'm just getting some sketches done up, and I'll send them over, and you guys can pick kind of which direction you want to go in, and then I'll kind of add a little more to it and make sure you're happy with it, and then we'll go from there. Because I know we don't really have a ton of time to like redo multiple pieces of art. So, Towards Magic 2 looks great. Thanks. I have a fix for that. Delete the project. That's what I do. That is a fix. That is one solution. Yes. Nice. 55 minutes. I played 55 minutes and I didn't even touch anything but the storyline content, really. I guess I did that one side quest probably. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I think it's definitely a handful of little things that I would tweak just to like make things feel a little better. I think the quest or the crafting UI could use a little bit more polish and like some more details in there. Other than that, I think you guys are in a pretty good spot. I think you're all set. Nice job. You did just main storyline stuff. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I was thinking the Sky Engine thing was a side quest, but you're right. I needed to do that to get across. Fair enough. How's bug fixing going? I fixed a handful of bugs that I think were a big deal, and then with the Sky, or oh my god, the what am I trying to say? The aim assistance, and I think we got those all cleaned up and nice and working now. Hopefully we don't have any more problems with them. And that's about it, I think. And then I started working on fixing up some things with the journal. There's a few more things I really need to get fixed this week, and then I'm hoping to get another build out this weekend, no later than this weekend. But that gives me today and tomorrow. So I'm gonna go get lunch, and then I'll come back. I'll be back to work a little bit more. But I'm gonna end the stream here. Skill trees are awesome. Loving to test them. Cool. I'm glad to hear that. What's the game called again? Oh, the game I was just playing is called Tinker's Ascent. You can check it out on Steam, or Arrow can post a link to it. Just in time for the end of stream. Yeah, sorry, golfer. It's Yeah. I don't know. Install. You're good. Yeah, that's good. We'll just install Spotify real quick. Well, I was gonna turn music on so we could end stream, but I think we'll just call it. Cool. All right. Well, I'll see you guys on. I don't know. Probably not tomorrow. I know I've been streaming on Fridays, but I think we're dropping the Fridays again because we were testing it out, and I did like streaming on Fridays, but Jana's been working more often, and so we just haven't really had a ton of time for that. Me streaming 3 days a week is a little too much for her to like get stuff done because it means 3 days a week she has to take essentially like half the day off because she doesn't really get to work until I get done streaming, which is at like 2-3 o'clock. Who knows when it is? Today it's 1:30. So anyway, so yeah, I'll probably see you guys on Tuesday. There should be a new update out this weekend. If not, we'll probably get it out by Tuesday at the latest, probably Tuesday, for testers, for the skill tree testers. So be on the lookout for that. Feel free to chat in the Discord about it. If you guys or if you didn't get into the tester, the skill tree test, and you want to test it, you still can. I'm pretty sure Jana answered where to do that in Swords and Magic chat in the Discord. You do need to be part of the Discord, and I do only accept people who have more than like 5 or 10 hours in the game, just because I want to make sure you understand the game and you haven't just like done the tutorial and then you want to test skill trees. I mean, I guess that's fine, but I'm mostly looking for feedback from people who actually understand the game and like know what I'm kind of aiming for. I just feel like a new player is gonna be a little more just kind of like, I don't know. I feel like we're gonna get a lot of feedback and like suggestions on things that are not as relevant to the actual game. For new players. Anyway. All right, guys. I'll catch you next time. Bye.